Hello, and welcome to the LowerBitrate Podcast number 48.
We're so close to 50. Hello, everybody. Hey, did
Yeah,
we hit 1 year?
almost. We're 3 days away, so we're recording this on Thursday.
Yeah.
Uh, I think on Sunday is when we'll be doing this for 1 year exactly.
Okay. So next week, let's celebrate a little bit. I want to do a giveaway too.
Okay,
We'll
giveaway
figure
next
out
week.
how to, yeah, we'll figure out how to do it. Keep your eyes peeled.
As always, thank you for listening
Yeah,
wherever you
welcome.
listen. To make things easier for you, you can just go to lowerbitrate.com. We have all our information there, all the podcast deets there, all the places that you can listen to. Makes it super easy, super shareable, and most importantly, the Discord link is there where we do movie night.
And also, you can provide feedback in the Discord. We appreciate reading it there, or you could leave it on our YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube. A lot of people enjoy watching things on YouTube. You just put it on the side, listen to it, and yeah, I think it goes up on YouTube pretty fast when I upload it.
It
So
does.
just check it out. High quality audio. You know what I mean?
Ugh. That's not good for mics.
It's not. It's fun.
Well, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. We got our tentative conclusion of this shit saga the last 4 years. And says a lot about someone's character when the entire world is celebrating you getting fired. Fuck that guy. And other than that, yeah, I got my Xbox. It was pretty smooth. Picking it up, curbside pickup. Almost dislocated my shoulder of how fucking heavy it was. And I was leaning over.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that heavy.
So it's really dense, but somehow smaller?
Smaller than the PS5, maybe a little girthier than the PS5. But yeah, that thing is thick. We'll talk more about the consoles a little bit later. Got some pandemic bonus or whatever. Thanks, I guess. A little too late for that, but thanks.
Cheers.
And yeah, it's been a pretty good week. A lot of personal things have happened to me. Pretty good things. Happy about those. You guys don't need to know the details, but yeah,
Mind your business. How about that?
Mind your fucking business. All that you need to know is that
I was like, I'm not here to change you. I'm here to play computer games. And fuck!
that's it. How was your week?
My week also has been much better than the past 2 weeks. Yeah, it's the weather's beautiful here. That helps my health, just to enjoy the dry weather and the really nice 85, 75 degree days. So I've been able to walk, leave my house again. It's not too cold or not too hot. And yeah, that makes me happy. I love walking my dog. So I've had a better week.
Yeah, it seems like the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 days or so, like something's flipped. I don't know. It's not all doom and gloom, or it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, I think the world was really watching, and it feels like a bit of some resolution to the trauma that we've been suffering since 2016. That's only accelerated. So it just kind of feels like help is coming soon, right?
Kind of. The fight's still not over though. There's a lot of bullshit that's going on now. Don't pay attention to that, please. It's all PR bullshit tactics to stall and prevent you from realizing what's going on. If you or anyone that you know lives in Georgia and they're not registered to vote, please get them to register to vote. If you're going to be 18 years old by, I think it's January 5th or so, you could register to vote now. You have a lot of, I think you have until December, sometime in December, maybe December 7th or 5th to get your mail-in ballot, because Georgia is having a grand old time, and they have a runoff for 2 Senate seats. And if things like your health care or getting any type of financial help with, the whole pandemic thing is important to you, and you know anybody in Georgia, or you can give any funds or anything like that, please do. One
Yeah,
of the Go
s-
ahead.
support voting, you know, like registration efforts. And shout out to Stacey Abrams for what she
Yes.
did there in
Yes.
Georgia. And yeah, I wanted to start mentioning next week, like encouraging people, like take a break from the, go out and vote thing as we all have, but then to keep your mind on January. Very important vote coming up then too. We're not through it yet.
Right. And also, I just want to give like a fucking round of applause to everybody, because most of these states, the battleground states, came
Mm-hmm.
down to tens of thousands of people going
Mm-hmm.
out and casting their vote. Your vote
Yeah.
matters.
Your vote counts. Yeah. It was so refreshing to vote and be like, oh, I want to be a part of this catalyst of change.
Record number of people have voted. I think
Yes.
it's like almost 150 million people.
No matter who won, that makes me so happy. And how many people voted early too. Like, way to go. We can do it. Exercise your rights. That just makes me so happy. So well done. Congratulations, USA. And to the rest of the world too.
Yeah, you're
Thank
welcome.
you. Yeah. So moving on from politics, have you been playing anything this week you want to talk about?
Yeah, we'll talk about what I've been playing after, but I've been pretty much taking a break. I'm trying to find that game to like suck me in, and I think I have something in mind. We'll talk about one of the hacks that, I think it's widely known, but not really.
Okay.
I kicked one game to the curb because I'm tired of interns making decisions, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't really been doing much. Have you been playing anything?
Yes. I'm so excited. It's a game called Bugsnax and it's made by Young Horses. They made Octodad. I'm sure many of you have played Octodad. And now I think it's 4 years later because that came out in 2016.
Uh-huh.
It's just really exciting to see their next game, and it's different from Octodad, and it's called Bugsnax, and I believe it's on sale right now for $14.99. But thank you very much to Young Horses. They gave me a press key early, so I've been playing it, and I got sucked in. Like,
Really?
I've only I got the key maybe just like Tuesday or Monday. So I got a chance to play it yesterday and the day before actually. So I've played for over an hour. There's things I really like about the game, and it's a bit of an RPG. So you attain more skills as you go throughout the game. So I like where it's going. There's a wheel, you open up and with your left bumper, and there's room for a lot of like tools and items there. And I only have 2 so far. So I think there's room for 8. And I like it. I would recommend it. I wish there was a multiplayer, but it's fun. It's like Pokemon and Viva Pinata.
Oh, okay. I've never played Viva Pinata.
You should.
Pokemon and Viva Pinata. Does it look similar to, like, what's the gameplay like? Is it like Pokemon gameplay, or is it like just
A little bit. Yeah, you have to hunt these things called Bugsnax. But as you after you catch them, you eat them or you give them to NPCs to eat. Like, they'll give you quests and you have to catch different Bugsnax or do different things for these NPCs, and then they'll help you like attain a new skill, like attain a new item to help you along your catching. But there's even I've played a mini game so far, just within the hour I've played. I hit a mini game that was really fun. And then I got to acquire the ability from the mini game, I was not expecting that. Like I have this like laser pointer, and this Bugsnax in a ball will follow the laser pointer. So I can use this like new little companion to help me catch Bugsnax, just as one example. It is like Pokemon. Like this one prefers chocolate. This one really likes ketchup, just to help you hunt them.
Interesting.
You even catch what's unique, I think, about the gameplay is I can catch something called a kiwi, and a kiwi will help me catch, I think, a pineapple. I forgot the Bugsnax name for pineapple and kiwi, but they have cute little names. Like strawberry is called a strabby, and they just have unique little names. So I like it. It's cool how you can use the kiwi, which has like a spoon nose to help dig up the buried pineapple. So it's challenged me to like figure out how to catch some of them using the tools I've been given, and then also learning about the qualities, little perks, the specs of each Bugsnax. Something I love, it's like Pokemon Snap where you take out your little camera and you have to scan new ones as you encounter them. Love it.
Okay. So, do you think that it has enough depth for teenagers and young adults?
So far, yes. I would love to play it on my Switch, even as well. Like maybe have a Switch playthrough going. I could do the quests in different order or try to explore, go to like different areas at different times. It reminds me of Slime Rancher too, because I'm trying to solve this mystery of this island where like the leader of the exposition has disappeared. Like there's a lot to this game. I'm talking about it now for like 5 minutes. And so I'm trying to figure out kind of the mystery of the island. Like I wake up like lost from the TV show Lost. And I'm just learning the mystery as I go, kind of like Slime Rancher has a little side story to it. But then the main part is the activity, is the action and interacting with the Bugsnax. That's the main focus.
Okay. It sounds cool. Where can you play it?
You can play it on PC on the Epic, game store. That's where I'm playing it. Again, thanks to Young Horses for the code. I appreciate it. The Epic launcher is not great, but honestly, Steam's interface isn't either. So I know people complain about Epic, but I'm like, hey, I got a free code, so I'm not going to complain. I haven't played anything on Epic in a long time. But so I play it on PC, but it's made for consoles. You can play it on your PlayStation or your Xbox.
Fun fact, if you are one of the lucky ones that has a PlayStation 5, Bugsnax is free for you.
I
And
did not know
PlayStation
that.
Online or PlayStation Plus, whatever they call it.
Too bad it's not on Game Pass as well.
Okay. So, Pokemon Viva Pinata with some Slime Rancher thrown in.
Yeah. I can't wait to play more. My plan, let's see, today we're recording Thursday. Sorry, normally we record Wednesday. But Bugsnax, you'll find out tomorrow. Release today, Thursday. So I'd recommend it. Play it for free on PlayStation. You'll get hooked. Like Lou, I think you would like the game. I think it would take up some of your time. A lot of game so far. I've been really impressed. If it keeps going at this pace, there's a lot of game for the price.
What price is that?
I believe the sale price right now is $14.99.
Nice. Also, hot take. If you ever downloaded a game on Epic Games Launcher, you might have a $10 coupon. So in your account. So check your Epic Games account and there might be a $10 coupon in there. So the game could potentially be $5. And if it's anything like Emma's saying, $5 for a complete-ish game, that seems solid. You can't beat that, especially when there's not much going on.
Well, the price will be set to $24.99, but pre-orders are open on PC at a 15% discount for early buyers. So I guess there isn't. You had to buy it early to get the 15% discount, but I would still pay $24.99 for this game. The amount of content, and I hope there's replayability. I haven't been able to discover that yet, the replayability quality, but it just kind of reminds me of the indie Deep Rock Galactic in that, it's set at a fair price point for the amount of gameplay you get.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the playtime is, for the story. We'll find out. They're really mum about it.
I like when companies are like that because it gives you a sense of like mystery about the game.
Yeah.
I hate when everything is discovered on day one.
The trailer was done really well as well. Yeah, I liked it. They snuck in a tutorial at the beginning that wasn't like, here's the tutorial, that you're like, oh, I always want to skip. But they just snuck it into the gameplay very well. So once you're 30 minutes in, you're like on your way, like to town, literally. They have a couple areas that you go through to get the gist of the game. And then they set you free.
Okay, so I have some news. Right now, I didn't pre-purchase the game, and it is showing 15% off for 21.24. The sale ends on the 19th at 9 a.m. I'm assuming that's East Coast time because Epic Games is on the East Coast. Yeah, so if you do have that $10 coupon, $11.24 is what you're looking at. I think that's a fair deal.
Get up. I recommend it. Get yourself, escape for at least, come on, at least a few hours is what I'm looking at. I can't wait to play more today. And that'll set me probably at least 3 hours, maybe 4.
All right, I'll pick this up today.
I really want to know what you think about it, but I like it so far. And like I said, can't wait to jump back in. Been thinking about it, been talking about it. My best friend is tired of hearing about it. I keep trying to show her the trailer over and over. The trailer was excellent, by the way. Didn't expose much about the game, but just the right kind of feeling about the game. Really well done. Thanks for the code. I appreciate always when they support content creators and of all sizes too. They were like, don't let channel size deter you from applying for a press code. So.
All right. More on this
Thanks,
next week.
young horses. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
More on this next week.
More on this next week. More. Lou will have something to report, and then I'll have much more game hours to divulge. Looking forward to next week.
Yeah, there's a bug that looks like a sandwich. I'm already on board because I'm so fucking fat.
Yeah, there's a hamburger. It's not just fruit. Oh, something unique is that as you eat a Bugsnax, I don't know if you've seen any pictures, you gain certain abilities depending on which one you eat. So I saw one of the NPCs, he had me catch some strawberry Bugsnax, which, really beginner level. And then he ate them. And then he had strawberry hands, and he was able to open up a path by whacking his way through a bush that was blocking the path. So I have not yet been able to eat the Bugsnax, but I am anticipating I will be able to, and I can't wait even to gain abilities instead of just gaining items and tools.
All right.
Bugsnax makes me crave Welch's fruit snacks. So make sure you have, I know it's called Bugsnax. You think it would be snacks included, but you got to bring some snacks with you because you'll start being like, could really go for that hamburger or that hot dog. Even the straw, I'm like, ooh, I want to eat those Welch's fruit snacks.
All right.
Wow. Well, that was a lot on Bugsnax, only on 1 hour of gameplay. So I love it. I also want to include I'm going to stream it for my nephew tomorrow. Like I screen share with him because, oh my gosh, I can't expose him to Twitch, you heathens. Even just my language as well. I cannot keep it clean. I slip up. But I love screen sharing with him. So far, his early review is I love it. I think it's great. So, 4-year-old loves it. He loves indies. I'm so proud of him.
Learning well young.
We'll see if it tops Human Fall Flat. That's his favorite game. He's seen Fall Guys, Human Fall Flat, so many Switch games like Odyssey, Luigi's Mansion. He used to love Luigi's Mansion. Sometimes he would call it Mario Mansion. It's really cute. But his number one was Human Fall Flat. So we'll see if Bugsnax unseats number one.
Stay tuned. TM.
More on that next week.
More on that after this ad break. Okay. So, the next three things kind of intertwine with one another and directly relate to my week, the thing that I stopped playing. We'll go step by step. So, on the 10th, two things came out. Destiny 2 Beyond Light expansion and the Xbox Series X on the same day.
Yes.
There is a tweet from Xbox that came out 21 hours ago, and it says, "We can't believe we have to say this, but please do not blow vape smoke into your Xbox Series X."
Is that why that video of one was smoking?
Yeah, that's fake. Most of the things that people are saying that it blows so much air that ping pong balls can float above it, it's all fake. These are clout chasers that really, really want attention at home that are not getting it. And yes, we've heard some stuff of Xboxes getting fucked up because lo and behold, water vapor condensation doesn't do well with electronics. Who would have thunk it, right? So
okay, I'm a boomer. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why you would put a Tide Pod in your mouth or like a whole tablespoon of cinnamon, like just knowing what's going to happen. So here I am like, why would you vape? Like, that's something like a child would do, like put a peanut butter and jelly sandwich into like a VCR. I just don't understand why this is happening.
I think it's because of the design. The design is like, it has a whole bunch of like air ports on the top of it or the side, depending on if you put it vertically or horizontally. I guess one person thought it was funny, and outrage of a console frying or smoking would get you millions of views, and it spread like wildfire. Like wildfire. People were, rioting in the streets, and they didn't even fucking own one because they couldn't get one. Speaking on that, I can't get a PlayStation 5. LOL, me, get fucked. But yeah. So I said two things either a week ago or 2 weeks ago about Destiny and Beyond Light, and they didn't correct their fuck up and didn't give me the title, so I have not purchased it. And I'm still standing on this cuckold hill, and I will not purchase it. It has been uninstalled from my computer, and I will not buy it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Getting inside of the game on release for what you would think is a AAA company that makes one of the most popular games in the world.
And drops releases all the time.
Every 3 months at this point. And one major expansion a year that they've been doing for 6 years now. Barely anything worked. So I found a loophole. I said I wouldn't buy it on my Steam account, but it will give me an excuse to play it on Xbox. Just the thought alone makes me want to vomit in my own mouth and swallow, because playing a shooter on a controller, LOL, in my opinion. So here's the hack. There's a hack that I don't think it's widely known what you can do.
Yeah.
But Beyond Light, the expansion itself, is free on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate because Destiny 2 is a free-to-play game at this point. Horrible to play, free-to-play if you've played at any point before. But you can get the expansion for free caveat is it's only available on the Xbox, not on PC, because it's on Steam. So
Yeah.
here's the hack. It's $24 a month or $15 a month for the Xbox Game Pass. That kind of translates to about I want to say $180 a year. So here's the hack. What you can do is you can pre-purchase up to 3 years of Xbox Live Gold.
Cool.
Regular Xbox Live Gold. And then on your account, if it is, I don't know if this is for every account. It might not be for an OG account that's had Game Pass Ultimate before, but you can buy 3 years. If you pay full price, it'll be $180 or so. You can upgrade that 3 years for $1. So you're getting 3 years for 1 year of payments. Monetarily
I always
wise.
figure out hacks like this. Come to Lou if you want a good deal.
Yeah, I'll tell you about my leaf blower and how I got it for half off. Yeah, pretty good. I recommend doing that. I think that I'm gonna do a unboxing of it. I think I'm gonna keep it if I don't get a PlayStation 5, but I think the games are gonna be a little bit better on the PlayStation 5 exclusive wise. Not, going into that virgin conversation of this one is better. You know what I mean? So, but the Xbox Game Pass is unmatched. The amount of games that you get on it, especially something that just came out 2 days ago with the release of Destiny, and it's super popular in consoles. So I would check that out.
Quite a few friends, filling up my Twitter feed about it. So I don't know. People joke about the errors every time, and I'm kind of like, it's not really funny, guys. Like, you're buying something that's broken, and then you're like, isn't it funny that it's broken? I'm like, I mean, no, like.
Some people just want to see the world burn. Yeah, if I wanted to choke slam Will Smith if I got weasel arrowed again while I was trying to do something at the very last hour.
Weasel? Man, yeah. I was going to ask you what the name of the error was. I can't believe it's still weasel.
Well, there's a whole bunch of them, but I think the remove from Game World one is still fucking weasel. I was like, all right, I'm going to choke you like you're a weasel. Keep weaseling me out.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Destiny. Great job, as usual.
So, nice segue. Let's talk about more mediocrity. Assassin's Creed Valhalla got some reviews. And
did you play it or no?
I'm definitely not playing that. I will never play an Assassin's Creed game ever again.
Ever since that Unity.
Yeah, I know how it's like widely known that game is a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, that ruined it for me too.
The last one I seriously played that was good, I think it was like Brotherhood or something like that. I guess they're doing a couple of steps in the right direction by not doing a yearly release and maybe like every 2 years. But yeah, this game I've seen quite a few reviews, and I know I haven't played it, but I think it's like a unanimous decision that there's a lot of fluff in this game, like a lot of bloating. And that's disappointing because it's one of the few games that are coming out this month. The biggest game that was supposed to be out this month is not coming out. Coming out next month. Cyberpunk.
Yeah. And my projection is we won't see it till 2021.
Oh, I think the internet is gonna implode on itself if they delay it again. People will be really upset.
Yeah, they will. But what are you supposed to do if it's just not done? There's unforeseen delays, because who could have foreseen what happened? Everyone having to work from home, teams having to work separately.
Yeah.
Instead of cohesive, in one place.
Just wanted to mention that. Maybe save your money. I'm definitely not gonna buy that.
Yeah, I'm not normally, critical I don't know. It was just like, this game company has millions and millions of dollars. I think it's okay to be harsh on your opinions.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about Twitch.
Sure. I didn't know about this. Please let me know. This TwitchCon?
Yep, I just found this today. So TwitchCon was canceled, obviously, for
Yeah.
obvious reasons. Wear a
Man.
mask, wash your butt. And so this popped up today. I don't know if it's been there or not, but it's called GlitchCon, LOL. Same amount of cringe, less body odor, and the other word we're not going to talk about. So yeah, it's the 14th, so 2 days from now. So one day from when you're listening to this, 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they have a whole bunch of things on here. I don't know if I sent you the link or if you have the link, but there's
I do have the link. Yeah, let me take a look real quick. I'm sorry I didn't look at it.
some
But
regular stuff. So you got some Twitch Presents, Twitch Gaming, Twitch Rivals. If you don't know what this is or trying to visualize it in your head, think of a virtual TwitchCon with a whole bunch of panels. Bad time for this to be
this has gotten
happening.
buried. Yeah. Well, do you want to talk about what's been going on at Twitch
Yes,
just
let's
real
talk
quick?
about it. A lot of mediocre shit here. I really don't care for anything that's on this list of things that they're doing. Because everybody is up in arms because of DMCA. Still, I think you have more information than I do on this, though.
Oh, it's gotten worse. It's accelerated quickly. I've seen some takes, like people that have been around Twitch a long time, just on Twitch, or old moderators, before there was like the way they would partner people was just if you were on the platform for long enough. But because the viewer base was so much smaller. But anyway, Twitch addressed the DMCA concerns, and they admitted they were like, we used to get a few a week, maybe 50, and now we're getting thousands a week of DMCA, which means if you're playing licensed content like music where you don't own the rights to play it, you don't have the permission to stream it publicly, then you'll get a strike against your channel or an outright ban, and you'll lose your channel. What's been going on is, because there's been so many strikes all of a sudden, the biggest concern is that the strikes have been occurring even on deleted content. So streamers who have played licensed music, who maybe just unwittingly played a game where for some reason it's licensed, and they don't want you to stream it or play it anywhere because they're like, under no circumstances do you own it. It's surprising. Just a quick note is that it's surprising to me that you would not be allowed to play the music, but you'd be allowed to play the game. That doesn't make sense. Why they protect only part of their IP.
I can explain it for you if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
So the game is different from the music. Oftentimes, a lot of music is outsourced to composers or musicians, and they fall under a different license of use. So the most recent example I can give you is Alan Wake. The Alan Wake games had certain music tracks in them that would strike your channels. It was on YouTube way back when. I think this was a few years ago, but they don't fall under the same use because even the game company or the publisher doesn't own that content.
Right. They licensed it too.
Right.
Yeah. An example I can think of is Fallout. The game, there's an in-game radio, and even there it'll be licensed music. Like there are Fallout playlists, and even playing the in-game music, because you would encounter this radio, which you could turn off in game, but it really took away. Like sometimes you'd need to hear the radio to do quests. But if you turn that off, you don't get to hear the 50s music, which totally affects the aesthetic of the game. But every time I would stream Fallout, I'd get strikes, just for playing the in-game music. So yeah. But again, why are they like, I don't know.
It
It
goes
just seems
back
like it should
to
be all or nothing.
right. It goes. There's a few fundamental issues with this, and one of them is that Twitch is doing absolutely nothing about it. Right? They're basically telling people, yeah, why don't you just read the end user license agreement and look at all the fucking legal jargon uh in there so that you can protect yourself. I'm sorry, we're not going to do anything.
Yeah,
Other
and that
places like
that response came today, just to note, and that was just throwing gasoline on this clusterfuck. Twitch support tweeted back to a person that inquired in the thread, what about a really valid question? What about in-game music, which is what we've been talking about, where you'll get strikes? Just even when I streamed Halo, I got a strike for the Halo music. Not a strike, but back then it was just like or what they do now where they mute it, but it could result in a strike now that I think about it, because was licensed to not the game. They said you'll need to read the end user agreement. Like I couldn't believe their like cold response to that's their solution. They're promising tools. No, that's their solution. And it's not a good one.
lazy.
Because it's I bet you it's not even in those end user license agreements.
It's usually never in there. Even if it is, it's vaguely based, and in my opinion, there's two other things that are wrong with this. Number one, you can still be struck down because they have a backup of your streams and your VODs and your clips on their end.
That's publicly available. Somehow you can't access it, but these publishers can, and then
law
file a
enforcement.
DMCA.
It's there for law. It was there originally for law enforcement because Twitch at one point in time didn't give a fuck about DMCA's because nobody watched Twitch. Thanks Fortnite for bringing everyone here. So the other thing is, and I think this one is the biggest thing, and I didn't think about this before, but if a company is very vague on their licensing agreement or just leave it up to chance, who's to stop the game company to suppress someone who is probably not acting favorably to their game or shit talking it or being very critical of their shit game? Because let's be honest, a lot of games are shit that come out, and they could essentially suppress them by DMCAing them because of some gray loophole that Twitch has done nothing about and is basically fostering at this point. Twitch doesn't have the tools to deal with this. They should have been making these tools instead of making stupid little things like hype trains all this time.
Or don't they have something called celebrations now where Twitch takes more money instead of tipping you directly like PayPal?
Yeah. It's
thanks, Twitch.
Really dumb. And the tone deaf response of their support reminds me so much of like EA when they were having a Star Wars Battlefront 2 drama. It's really tone deaf. Read the room. A lot of people's livelihoods
out
are
of
at
touch.
stake.
Yeah. Just they have lost the staff that had experience in content creation themselves. Like, it's really too bad, and especially because they're taking more and more money, and it's very obvious. And yeah, the tools they create don't benefit the creators. They don't protect the creators, which is the money. These are the money generators for the site. There is no money if there's no live streamers, there's no broadcasters. Right now, they're really making their Twitch has every right. You signed a contract that Twitch owns your content, but they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. It's an abuse of power. And really they're not holding up their fair share of the deal by just neglecting these issues that really affect content. Like, all these players are going to have to move to just chatting or play completely silent streams. It's weird. It's dead air.
Yeah, it goes against the ethos of what Twitch was. And
a gaming website. Hello.
Yeah. Amazon is here officially, so enjoy the shit stench because nobody checked Twitch on all the other bullshit that they were putting in. So
Normally, we joke about Papa Twitch, like, thanks Papa Twitch for the affiliate program. But this is like Papa Twitch has started beating us. Like, this is not good. I mean,
that's what
I'm
happens.
really, yeah.
That's what
Oh,
happens when you don't
it's
have
made
any
me.
competition in the space,
Mhm.
and players like Mixer can, just croak. And Twitch is number one. They can do whatever the fuck they want. And this
It's
is
it's really tough too because the solution I think small streamers have come up with is it's a bit of burnout. So people are taking hiatus. I've seen directly. Um, and so the solution to this fuck up is just to be safe. Just don't stream. That people are just not streaming and then not going live out of fear. Even me a little bit, like trying to see where the cards fall with this issue because um, I'm planning on streaming Bugsnax as I blabbed about for 10 minutes. But I tweeted them directly and I was like, hey, gonna stream your game today. Can I play the music? Twitch says to mute it, but are you cool with me playing your tunes? And they said yes. So that makes me feel a little bit better. But it's a vulnerable position now. Every time you go live, a week later you could have a strike or a ban.
yeah.
Makes you think.
If you really feel strongly about this, then make a stand. Take a stand with your wallet. Take a stand with your time. Spend it elsewhere.
There's also Twitch feedback, which I've done. They'll vote up issues, kind of like Reddit. So yeah, make your voice heard. There are things I provided feedback in the past there too, like some tool that wasn't working or I thought could be utilized better. Man, I don't remember what it was, but there used to be a feedback page, and then people will thumbs up the issue, and Twitch will consider it, like the Supreme Court.
Yeah, consider this, Twitch.
They'll
I
hear your
will
case.
never, ever watch that 40 or 50-second commercial of gum with a streamer in it. It is trash. I will mute it and just go to another tab and come back in a minute when it's done. Stop spoon feeding me these shitty ads. Stop trying to limit my fucking quality because I have an ad blocker on because I don't want to see these garbage ads. It's not going to work. You're not going to.
It doesn't benefit the streamer where people be like, hey, leave your ad blocker
It doesn't.
off, please.
It does not, because I'll go into a really small streamer's channel just to say what's up, just to say hi, and they're feeding me with these like T1 ads. I'm like, fuck you, bro. I'm not gonna watch this shit. I'm not gonna buy your gum.
It's eliminated what I used to do. It's burned me out. Is I can't sub to all my friends. Okay, like I've met a lot of Twitch friends, streamer friends, gamer friends through Twitch meetups, and I love to pop into their streams and just say hello, see how they're doing. I love to see them live, want to hear that they're doing well. I don't do that anymore. I've become more active on other social media, but I don't do that anymore because I don't have the time to sit through more time of ads than I spend in the stream, right? Like,
yeah,
it's not good, Twitch.
not a good look. It's really turned me off from the site. I've spent less and less time on the site, and I used to be a power user on this bitch all the time.
I used to pay for Turbo. Yeah. Yep.
It is what it is. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, you want to move on from Papa Twitch, who's turned sour?
Yeah, fuck you, Jeff Bezos. TV time.
Yay.
Witcher delayed? Is this confirmed?
Because of COVID cases on set.
Really? Oh, so it's is the release date pushed or
just the filming's been delayed again? So yeah, I'm sure. It happened twice now. COVID cases, they stop. They come back. COVID case, they stop. So who knows what there's. I don't know.
Side note, please wear a mask. You might be stuck in this whole political thing, but we, the United States, have broken the record for COVID cases in a day, like 3 or 4 days in a row. So
also Texas, like to brag, we're number 1. Thanks to reach 1 million.
Wow. Wowee, yeehaw.
Howdy yeehaw to the ICU.
Yeah, remember, still, lots of consequences other than just you might live, but you might not. And also, you taking up a bed from a hospital means that someone with actual trauma can't get help. So please consider that. Next, Loki is having a show on Disney Plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big news, season 2. One
Announced.
question: where's season 1 at? I've never seen it. It's not on there.
Also, really quiet about it too. Like, we have no images or still shots, anything.
I've seen nothing.
Whether on set, whether there's just no publicity. They're really silent about it. Makes me think it's going to be awesome, like Mandalorian or something.
I would
But
love for it to be awesome. I love Tom Hiddleston.
we all do. Also, what about the WandaVision? They're really hyping that right now. So maybe that's why they're so quiet about the Loki stuff to come.
Yeah, there's some
One at a time.
information that came out from the WandaVision stuff, like how many episodes they are, and some of the like what the episode like structure is or something like that.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna see that. I do think it is a one of those shows that I just want to experience because it's so weird in a way, and this is the first time we're seeing these characters in their own like universe or whatever. But WandaVision is going to start streaming on January 15th. So
Okay.
not that far away. So I would assume that we're going to get the Loki show sometime within like Q2
Mm-hmm.
of 2021. So that would be anywhere from I think like April to like June. So hopefully that works.
You're not going to watch WandaVision? I'm going to give it a try.
Oh, I'm definitely going to watch it for sure. It's going to follow the Mandalorian stuff and come out every Friday. So I think it's exactly a week after, or maybe a couple weeks after the Mandalorian season 2 ends. So yeah, I'm excited. This is something else to watch. Cool.
Thanks, Disney.
Yeah.
Stuff to watch. Good stuff to watch. What do you think about them releasing it week by week? Does it bother you, or do you wanna binge?
I don't know. I've been really receptive of having a weekly show to watch. I kind of miss that. You sometimes get lost in the sauce when they drop every single episode and then you feel kind of empty at the end. At the end, you're like, why did I eat a whole tub of ice cream and like 50 chicken nuggets and watch all this versus having it week by week? But it all depends on the pacing of the show.
One
But
of
yeah,
those
I enjoy
things
it.
seemed like a good idea at the time. Like they're being like, no, 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 you greedy babies, one at a time.
Yeah, and it's mutually beneficial because the viewer gets to have a weekly experience with a decent show, and well, it's beneficial to us because we can talk about it every week, right? And everything has to be staggered, so we always have something to talk about. But
Too, because it allows people to kind of have the water cooler talk that we used to have at offices or
yeah,
during gaming. Just instead of people not being in the same place, like, oh, I had to stop at episode 6, like, oh, I only watched 2 episodes. We can all kind of go at the same pace and talk about it. Like you said, every week. I like it, but just even outside of the podcast.
yeah. Not everybody's like a virgin like me and can boof a fucking show in like 2 days. So, like
Sweaty weeb
exactly. So
plowing through Hero Academia.
I did plow through My Hero Academia, and if you're looking to be a weeb as well, you could plow through Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is chef's kiss. So
All right, that's enough weeb chat. One more show I want to mention is The Good Place. I was talking about it in past podcasts. And I think I was like, oh, I'm slowing down to watch it because I'm reaching the end of season 2 and that's all there is. No, somehow I missed there's 2 more seasons, so hooray! I've been watching it again. I'm now into season 3 and I like it. The show has had to change as you can only do what the plot is so many times until they have to take it to a new place, because they're in these like little contained kind of environments and thus sets, and so there's only so much they can do and then they move on, which I like. It's different. I like where they took it, and I can't wait to finish all 4 seasons.
Nice. Is there a season 5 or?
I don't know.
Yeah, because I think Mr. Robot season 4 just came out on Prime maybe like a couple months ago, and I've been putting it off. But I definitely need to watch it. It took a while for it. It took like maybe 8 months for it to come out. So
Wow. One more show I'd like to add on before we move on to movies is Killing Eve. I haven't been watching it because I lost my Hulu because for some reason I had it through Verizon or something, and it gone. So now I got ads, and it sucks. That really interrupts the flow of that show. I love it.
yeah.
Every episode is an amazing ride. So I am refusing to watch it till somehow I can watch it without ads.
Okay.
Like I'm watching my fucking soaps or something. What the hell?
I got 2 avenues for you. One, you can watch it on PC with an ad blocker. It gets rid of the ads.
Mm-hmm.
2, a little bit more involved, but you can get a Raspberry Pi and you can Google Raspberry Pi ad blocker, and that would connect to your router, and it would block ads or most of the ads on, say, like a TV or an iPad or something like that. It's a little bit more involved, but it's like a blanket block. So you get rid of all those like intrusive Hulu ads that are like, 15 minutes and shit longer than the show. So those are 2 avenues that you can take. Watch it on the PC with an ad blocker, or get a ad blocking Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pis are super cheap. You don't need the best one. You can get a real small one that you could like stuff somewhere, and it's kind of fun because I don't know. You know what a Raspberry Pi is?
No, but I know you tinkered with one.
It's a little mini computer. It's like a little board that you can put Linux on, or like any variation of that. So
Okay.
Yeah, look into that. It could be really fun tinkering with it. I recommend it if anybody's been interested in it. And it's slow times, so they're super cheap and they're always on sale. I think you can get a Raspberry Pi 4 with 2 gigabytes of RAM for like $25. I think the last time I checked, I was thinking about picking up a couple of them because I have a couple of little projects I want to do.
So it's a little computer, so it has a little processor and
Little
what else is
processor, little RAM, has USB ports, a power port. I think the Raspberry Pi 4 has a mini HDMI, but the 3 has a regular size HDMI. If you want to use it as like a little computer, you could do a whole bunch of things like make the ad blocking box. You can make a retro game console little station thing. You could use it as a regular browsing computer machine. It's pretty decent for that. Or like a YouTube watcher. Some people use it for like Plex or like a media player. Tons and tons of things that you can do. Really fun. I recommend it.
Do you think it'd be something good for me to get with the IT support certificate I'm pursuing?
Only if you want to fuck around, because that has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
It's more of like a flex. You know what I mean? Like you want to flex on people with your, I don't know. You can make a machine that if you pass by it, it like does the anime wow sound effect or something like that.
It gives you like a nerd boner. Got it.
Right.
Yeah, so please provide feedback. I learned how to build a computer via a drag and drop online test after, going through a module on hardware, processors, just everything. So that was cool, to put all the parts together like a puzzle based on what I'd learned. I passed the quiz. Thank you very much. But now I want to take apart a computer. So yeah, should I?
Your own computer? I would do it on the second one, the secondary one.
My old custom PC.
Yeah.
Not my current gaming PC. Okay.
No. Yeah, just to be out of an abundance of caution. I would
Right.
do that.
Okay.
All right. So you want to talk about the last thing or no?
Yeah. Movies?
Yeah, we have one movie on here, and then we have Wreck-It Ralph.
All right. Well, just to mention, I watched Ocean's 11 with my best friend, and because she had never seen it. So I was like, yeah, I want to see if this holds up because I remember being thoroughly entertained by it. Oh, man. Okay. Forgot what year this came out, but heavy 2000s. And there's so many more. So we're going to watch them again. It's just,
2001.
it's aged. It's almost 20 years old. It brings me back to high school with Brad Pitt's frosted tips and just the way they dress too. Like they're supposed to have like a lot of character and be unique, but the clothes are dated too, like outrageously dated. An exaggerated 90s style. Like,
This is a good ensemble cast, though.
it is, but it's not them at their best, in my opinion. Yes, George Clooney and Brad Pitt are funny bouncing off each other, but the Chinese acrobat that is crucial to the plan. It was so cool in the beginning. It's like when you first saw The Matrix, you're like, holy shit, they can fight and run up walls. Like I remember seeing effects that I'd never seen in another movie before. And then kind of Inception did that for me too. Kind of like, whoa, I've never seen anything like this before in a movie. But Ocean's 11 with the acrobatic skill, the true heist. It's a comedy. It's not a heist movie. So the heist doesn't hold up, especially now that there's like movies about heists, like The Town That Came Later. And then there's even a show called Money Heist on Netflix. Like there's better heists.
Yeah, Money Heist.
It's just a bunch of men. It's just a bunch of men bouncing off each other is what the movie is.
Yeah, I recommend Money Heist. The first 3 parts are bangers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Watch it if you want to, maybe have a flashback to if when you were in like middle school, high school, or to find out what the 2000s were like, take a dip. I just couldn't get over Brad Pitt. Like, yeah, he was good. It was a good character for him. He played it well, but just his hair and his outfits and yeah, it's dated. And it's harsh to say, but I don't think it holds up. I mean, but we're gonna watch the ones that follow. It goes Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13, and then Ocean's 8. It's like Star Wars or something.
Is that the women one?
Yeah, 8 women, which I'm excited to watch with my best friend, because again, the ensemble. So we'll see. But that was made much later. Oh, something why the movie doesn't hold up. I totally forgot about this. Was the music? Even my best friend and roommate turned and looked at me and was like, "This is strange." It was this big orchestra, like, really like a bit of a symphony they had going like at the end of the movie and throughout the movie. I was like, why didn't they have the money to license any songs besides like one Elvis song? They played Satisfaction. Yeah, I didn't.
A relic
I
of the
don't think it
90s,
held
that
up.
film.
The music really took us out of it. Like movies don't have soundtracks like this anymore. It's incredibly dated. Take a watch. You'll know what I mean. You'll see what I mean.
Talk about better movies, though. Wreck-It Ralph.
We watched that for our movie night. Join us on Mondays. By the way, thank you if you've been listening thus far. We've talked about games, rants, Twitch. Now we're moving on to movies. We just love to talk about these things. But thanks for listening and thanks for providing feedback and, nerding out with us.
Always appreciated. So
yeah, the most recent movie, Wreck-It Ralph. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Me being a fucking boomer, I've never seen this movie before. And shame on me. It is a really fun movie. really fun. I think you're right. It is the best video game movie ever made. I like the premise of it. It was a nice mix of stuff that adults can enjoy and then kid shit. You know what I mean? A lot of kid shit, but a lot of like things that
But a lot of adult, like really well done Easter eggs. Wouldn't you agree? Or like even outright characters.
yeah, I
For
enjoyed
gaming
seeing like
nerds.
the arcade staples, like your Street Fighters, Q*bert, etc., etc.
Yeah, did you like that scene with the villains support group?
Yeah, I think my favorite one was Zangief's underwear
Mm-hmm.
just being randomly there. I think that was funny as hell. Yeah, it's a really good movie. It's a shame that the second one is trash apparently. So
Yeah, it is. It's not. They wreck the internet. It doesn't. Because remember, like Kim Kardashian came out that thing with like break the internet. Not good. Also, I wanted to correct myself. It's not a Pixar movie. It's a Disney. It's Walt Disney Pictures and Walt Disney Animation Studios. So it's a Disney, but it's not within the Pixar umbrella.
probably the B team. B team did a good job.
They did. I enjoyed it. What did you think of Sarah Silverman and John C. Reilly as the main characters?
I enjoyed John C. Reilly. I knew Sarah Silverman sounded very familiar, but I had to look it up after.
Mm-hmm.
She did a good job of sounding like a child.
Yeah, she was doing a voice.
Yeah, it's a really fun movie. Would I watch it again? Probably, but not back to back. It's one of those movies you watch once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's a feel good movie.
Yeah, take some mushrooms and watch the second one.
Oh, thank you. Next movie we're gonna watch, one of my favorite movies, very controversial, Interstellar.
One thing about Wreck-It Ralph, I'm so sorry before we move on, is that it's called Ralph Breaks the Internet. I knew there was something weird about the title, so they missed. That's why it was such a bad movie. They could have called it He Wrecks the Internet instead of Break the Internet, just like Kim Kardashian was using that hashtag, showing her naked pictures. Anyway.
Yeah, it just seems like the way the story was framed in the first movie, it just seems like it was meant to be a one-off like story. Like, okay, it's
Agreed.
fixed. And they tried to Toy Story that shit. No. Stop being money hungry. Leave stories be. You know what I mean? Like, I would love nothing more than if HBO left Lovecraft Country alone. Just leave it there. I'm good. Thank you. I'm good though.
Well done. You tied it up with a bow. It's beautiful.
But corporate greed always prevails. So
true.
Yeah. Next movie, Interstellar. Please watch that. Bring some snacks. It's a long one, and we're gonna have a really long discussion about this next week.
We will.
Finally, spoilers for The Mandalorian season 2, episode 2.
Love this show.
The Passenger. What'd you think?
I think this should have been called The Frog.
That would have been a little bit too much, but I think the frog was probably one of my favorite parts of the episode.
Lots of comedy this season so far. Lots of intense scenes, but then, Baby Yoda's carrying the comedy.
Yep. I would agree so. But what's carrying the show is the fantastic CGI. They have pumped some mouse bucks into this show.
And even the costumes, which are often puppets, like those are amazing too.
Yeah, I don't remember the first couple of episodes of season 1 being this action packed. But we've had like 2 episodes in a row where, or even 3 if you count the last one, the last episode of season 1, where it's been, some dialogue, some building, some character movement, and then like really big, really awesome action set pieces.
Yes.
That are fucking awesome. There's There's no way around it. The little worm thing from episode 1, and then the whatever happens in this episode with the our eight-legged friends, really good.
Yeah, the spiders. Yeah, it was really good. Man, that little baby Yoda, he is always hungry. He should never be left alone because he eats everything. Like, how could he could die from like putting something in his mouth? Apparently, his favorite things to eat are eggs, not. Which is funny that it was a frog lady because man, he used to crush some frogs. But now he's moved on to frog eggs. He ate her spawn that she was trying to deliver to get fertilized by her frog husband. Gross. But that was the plot. If that's what the eggs look like, what does the frog sperm look like? I'm sorry.
That's disgusting. She provided two of the most funny, I think the most funniest moments ever inside of The Mandalorian. When she rewired the robot to be a live translator for The Mandalorian, I nearly fell out of my fucking shitty DX racer because
it's so shocking. I was like, oh shit, it's alive.
Right, it's like just fucking Jigsaw came out of nowhere and started talking to you. I was like, what the fuck is this?
The voice too.
Yeah. It was so chilling with the voice, and she didn't say anything. She didn't say much before, but I guess she spoke frog, and the Mandalorian didn't. But that was so funny to me. And there was a moment where I think when shit was hitting the fan, and instead of running, well, no, 3 moments. When she was in the fucking hot springs, I'm like, dude, really? You're in the hot springs?
Yeah,
with
that
your
was
little
weird.
eggs? I was like, come on.
Yeah. She was like nude bathing and Mandalorian like stomped right in. I was like, gross.
Yeah.
Cover yourself, woman.
Yeah. And then when shit was hitting the fan, she, instead of walking on 2 legs, she went on all 4s, and she did this like fucking screech. like it was the best screech I've ever heard, and started fucking running because she was scared for her life. Yeah, I'm excited to see where the next one goes. It's been fantastic. I'm just wondering when the story is going to pick up a little bit. Like, I want to get a little bit more information about the child, baby Yoda or whatever. I know it's coming, but I'm a little impatient about it. I want to get this show on the fucking road,
Exactly.
But yeah, fantastic. I have no problem seeing this every day on Friday, or every week on Friday.
For last season, it was kind of like Game of Thrones, where there would be really climactic episodes, but there wasn't necessarily big action pieces or like incredible sets, like multiple incredible sets. In season 1, like I really feel like they've upped it. Maybe there's more money in it. Where is every episode gonna have like as much intense action and like a huge action sequence climax? We'll see.
Yeah.
Also, is every episode gonna be as freaking funny as these first 2 have been?
That's 100% Jon Favreau. He's such a funny guy. But
I can't wait for the Taika episode or episodes.
We'll see. We'll see if they pumped a lot of money into this and every episode is going to be the same. If we start getting to like episode 4 and they're still, cranking out bangers.
Yeah.
Like that, like CGI bangers, we'll see. But it wouldn't be surprising to me if they did give a whole bunch of money to the Mandalorian and Jon Favreau and just said, "Here you go. Enjoy."
Right.
And one final thing for me, I do enjoy, and I think this is the best thing in The Mandalorian, because there's really nothing going on with the Star Wars franchise at this point. It's kind of like at a deadlock because Dumb and Dumber got fired from doing the movies. Good job. You should have, when you had a job, you should have done it right with the Game of Thrones series, but payback's a bitch. Karma hurts. And so I like how they integrate different things like the Republic or the Empire or like the X Fighters into the show, but it's not like ham-fisted at you. It's like little like cameos or something like
Right.
that. But the Mandalorian stands on its own, and it basically has the entire Star Wars franchise on its back, and it's carrying the absolute shit out of it. Because there would be nothing else.
Right.
So yeah, bravo.
Who knows
Golf
what's coming
claps.
next? Like, what is the Mandalorian just going to keep coming, or do they have other Star Wars spin-offs in the works?
They have to. I mean, you don't make a show as successful as The Mandalorian with so much press coverage and audience retention and not try to make another show. I don't think Jon Favreau would be doing another show, or he might be co-writing it or co-developing it with somebody else, but for now, we'll see. I don't think The Mandalorian should go on forever. I don't see that happening. But that's just me being selfish and cynical. So
all right. Well, you don't want Mandalorian to continue on. You want like a wrap. Like, what if he just takes care of different babies? Like he fosters Baby Yoda and then moves on to like a baby Jabba or something.
then I'm gonna request that Arnold Schwarzenegger come in and say, "Who was your daddy and what does he do?" So
maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger is Jabba the Hutt's daddy.
right.
All right. Well, that's enough. I've gone off the rails.
It's a wrap.
Thanks for listening, guys, to episode 48. Please provide feedback in the Discord. Also, don't forget to wash your hands. Have a great week.
Wash your ass, you stink. And brush your teeth so you can wear a mask and don't smell that rancid stench in your mouth. Goodbye.